Trick-or-treating as we know it today came about because of a wild history involving Christianity, treason in Britain, Irish folklore, generational wars, and American marketing. Irish and Scottish immigrants brought Halloween to the United States in the late 1800s and early 1900s, after going through many iterations and regional differences in the homeland. More on that in part 1. But when they came to the US, Halloween was mostly seen as this quirky ethnic holiday confined to the Irish and Scottish neighborhoods. But in early 20th century America, Halloween took hold as a bit of a rebellion. The traditions of pranking and mischief kind of took off with the young people of early 20th century America. So they spent the nights pranking and raising hell and vandalizing, which for decades was pretty much just accepted. Eventually, the elders of the communities did not want to put up with it anymore. So they started to promote and organize trick or treat events that would hopefully take the place of this unhinged revelry. At first, the treats were whatever households had on hand, like candies and nuts and coins, and then eventually became other handmade goods like caramel apples or candy corn. Packaged candy was around, but it wasn't really the default. That started to change after World War II. During the war, sugar rationing meant that companies couldn't make their candy. But once those restrictions were lifted, all of the big companies were trying to find ways to sell more candy. By the 1950s, candy companies were working with schools and communities to promote Halloween as a wholesome, family-friendly event. Of course, centered on candy. It was a very deliberate move because packaged candy was easy to buy and you didn't have to make all of these messy homemade confections. Even before that, the candy companies were trying to find a way to sell more candy in the fall, in the lead up to Christmas. In the early 1900s, they tried to invent a candy day to be the second Saturday of October, and it happened one time and didn't really go anywhere. But Halloween became the perfect vessel for this idea. It wasn't really associated with religious obligations, and it was built around community participation. By the 1970s, fears around tampered treats cemented the idea of individually wrapped candy. Homemade goods all but disappeared, and by the 1980s, Halloween was fully a candy holiday.